Hello friends, I'm making this video to kind of preview the match for tomorrow between India and Pakistan. It's going to be an Asia Cup preliminary round match. So as you already know that the Asia Cup has already started. Two games have already been played. In the first match, Pakistan comprehensively beat Nepal, and just yesterday, Sri Lanka beat Bangladesh. So now it will be the second match of Group 1, where India will take on Pakistan. It's a much awaited match. I just wanted to give my views regarding the upcoming match, as well as I wanted to kind of do a pre-match analysis. I want to give my opinion on the match. I know there are a lot of so-called experts who are already giving their opinions, but somehow these days I feel that uh, I don't know, for their commercial interests or for some other reason they are not able to speak their mind. Uh, so just wanted to give my opinions out. Social media is such a powerful thing. I just wanted to discuss to see uh, if there are others who kind of agree. Not that it does matter, but as a fan, we would also want to kind of voice our opinions, or at least give a piece of our mind to the authorities, so to speak. So tomorrow's match will be a day-night match, a 50 over. This Asia Cup is being played as a 50 over format. As you know, Asia Cup doesn't have a set format. Sometimes they play 50 over matches. Sometimes they play 20 over cricket because the 50 over World Cup is coming up soon. So this time, in view of preparations for the teams, a 50 over format Asia Cup is being played. So, 50 over cricket does give India a slight advantage over Pakistan, because the longer the format, a team with a better skill set generally comes on top. So, there I'd say like India has a slight advantage, but being an India-Pakistan match, uh, more than skill set, sometimes the temperament, sometimes how you handle the pressure, these kind of things can also impact the outcome. Because on paper, if you ask me, in all three formats, India's maybe probably not in the 20 over format, but in other formats, I'd say like India's team generally has a better skill set, but execution is a totally different ball game. In an India-Pakistan match, uh, sentiments run high, right? A lot of expectations from both sides of the border. So players can sometimes not able to absorb that pressure and kind of not put their best foot forward, if I may say so. So for tomorrow's match, what I think, firstly, here's the thing: this is not an elimination match, so this is not a knockout match. So uh, the result of this match does not really matter, considering that Pakistan beat Nepal comprehensively. So even if the match between India and Nepal, sorry, so even if the match between India and Nepal is washed out, uh, the result of India-Pakistan match generally should not impact the outcome, in in considering where the teams will be. Like both India and Pakistan should qualify for the Super Four. Uh, in that view, it's kind of an opportunity for both the teams to be able to see their combinations, try out a lot of things, and it just to fine tune their preparations going into the Super Fours, as well as for the World Cup, because not many matches are left before the World Cup starts in October. Um, so maybe we can have a look at the teams. With the KL Rahul situation, him not being available for the first couple of matches, I'd say India doesn't have any choice, but they will have to go with Ishan Kishan. So uh, I don't know where he will be batting though. Like, yeah, would the team want him to open? Considering he provides a left-handed option at the top of the order, but Most likely, India might go with Rohit Sharma and Gill for the opening slots, followed by Virat Kohli. Then a lot of people may think that Suryakumar Yadav might play instead of Shreyans Iyer, but if Shreyans Iyer is fully fit, I'd say for 50 over cricket, especially considering the World Cup is so near. Now it will be a controversial thing, but I would say Shreyans Iyer should be played before Suryakumar Yadav, because I don't think Suryakumar Yadav has done enough to warrant a place in the 50 over team over Shreyans Iyer, provided Shreyans Iyer is fully fit though. So that makes up to number 4, then followed by Hardik Pandya or Ishan Kishan, depending on the situation. If left arm spinners or their leg spinners are doing well, maybe you can send in Ishan Kishan or Ravindra Jadeja to provide a left-handed batsman in the middle order to counter the ball turning in away from the right-handers into the left-handers. But like the batting order could be decided upon how the match is going on, the match situation. After Jadeja, like up to number 7, we have talked about the players, and then followed by 4 bowlers. The 4 bowlers up to 7, I think I don't see many changes other than whether the team management would want to go with Suryakumar Yadav or Shreyans Iyer. My preference, just my opinion, not that it counts for much, but just my opinion, Shreyans Iyer should be played instead of Suryakumar Yadav. So up to 7, basically these will be the players. I think Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyans Iyer, or Sky, Hardik Pandya, Ishan Kishan, Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav. 8, that will be my number 8, followed by Jasprit Bumrah. I actually will go in with 3 specialist fast bowlers. Now, that leaves the batting a little bit thin. So the batting is only up to number 7, then followed by 4 specialist bowlers. So none of them can do much with the bat. But I'd say like if top 7 can't do the job, like the 8 batsmen will not do the job either. So though there will be temptation to go with Shardul Thakur or Akshar Patel, but I in the first match will go with 3 specialist bowlers in Jasprit Bumrah, Prasidh Krishna, and Mohammad Siraj. So that will be my 11. But considering the later half of this tournament will be played mostly in Colombo, including the final, where the pitches generally are spin friendly. The team management can look at like blooding in a spinner, or even Tilak if he can bowl, but considering the inclination of the team management not trying out their batsman who can bowl, I don't think even if Tilak plays, he will get a lot of bowling. So team could look at Akshar Patel, but Akshar Patel and Ravindra Jadeja are very similar to each other, so they don't provide a different option, because both of them are left arm spinners turning away from the right hander. So it's kind of a catch-22, because we do not have an off spinner in the team. Although Kuldeep Yadav turns generally, like his stock balls goes away from the left-handers, but he's the only one who can do that. Most of our other spinners generally are even Chahal or Bishnoi. At least one of them should have been in this team, like in my opinion, but they haven't been selected, so they're not available for the Asia Cup. So within this team, that will be the playing 11 basically. Now, if you look at Pakistan's playing 11, I think they will go with the same team which played against Nepal, which was, I think, Fakhar Zaman on top. He is a dangerous player. Like, if I look at their batting, if I look at Pakistan's batting, Fakhar Zaman is the batsman that I'm afraid of. So at the top of the order, he can take the match away from us. Plus, Indian bowlers generally historically have had problems with left-handed batsmen. Like, so Fakhar Zaman is a threat. Imamul Haq uh, will open with him, followed by Babar Azam at number 3, uh, Mohammad Rizwan 4, Aga Salman. Aga Salman is a useful player because he can bowl off spin as well. Iftikhar Ahmed can bowl off spin. Iftikhar Ahmed hit a century, although it was against Nepal, but century is a century. Like, would have given him a lot of confidence. He's a big hitter. Uh, Even in the match we had, like the last T20 World Cup match that India played against Pakistan last year, I think Iftikhar Ahmed was the player who gave the impetus to Pakistan's innings. So he could be a dangerous batsman. Shadab Khan, Mohammad Nawaz, 2 all-rounders. Bowling all-rounders, I'd say. Although the neighbors sometimes they say that Shadab Khan is an all-rounder of the quality of Steve Smith. I don't know how Steve Smith is an all-rounder, but well, Pakistanis can say anything. So I wouldn't count that for much, but he's a decent player. Like, he is a gun fielder, very good leg spinner, reasonably good batsman. So he's a good package. Something like Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja is more of a threat in test matches. In white ball, his batting is good, but I don't know if he is good enough to get through his 10 overs, Ravindra Jadeja, because he does not get wickets, right? He's a kind of one-dimensional bowler. I don't see him picking wickets, like that many wickets. And if a good left-hander is batting, Ravindra Jadeja could find it very hard. So Ravindra Jadeja is also a very good player for India. He has been very experienced, but the one issue is his bowling can sometimes be a liability. Although on Sri Lankan pitches, especially in Colombo where the later matches will be played, any kind of spinner will be useful. So and then the 3 quicks for Pakistan will be Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah, and Haris Rauf. There lies in the threat for India. So their pace attack is very good. Especially with the new ball, Shaheen Shah Afridi will be a real threat to our right-handers. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, even Shubman Gill. Like, Shubman Gill plays kind of from the crease. He does not go forward into the ball, right? Like, he doesn't go right to the pitch of the ball. He just tries to play from the crease. So if the ball swings in, he could be a candidate for the LBW, just like Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli, right? Like, because Shaheen Shah Afridi is able to bring the ball back into the right-hander. And with the angle, of course, it can go away from the right-hander too. So Shaheen Shah Afridi poses a real threat. If Indian batsmen could negotiate the first few overs from the Pakistani quicks, then I think Indian batting it looks very strong. Haris Rauf is another very good bowler. He's coming into his own in the 50-over format. Generally, we have seen him in the 20-over format. 4 overs, he's very good. 10 overs for that quick a bowler, it's hard, especially in the hot conditions in Sri Lanka. But having seen him, I think Haris Rauf will pose a threat to the Indian bowlers because his length is kind of very tricky. He kind of bowls that heavy ball where it's more than the pace is kind of like hard for the batsman to hit through the line. So that leaves us uh, Naseem Shah as the third bowler. So Naseem Shah, although he's quick, but an Indian batsman will have to take him on. He will have to go for runs. Basically, like he's the bowler that we will have to go after. Um, if 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 I were to say like what should be the game plan for India, we should in the bowling we should pick three outright fast bowlers. So no Thakur, although I love Thakur as a player, nothing against him, but playing against a team like Pakistan, we got to attack them, right? Like we have to present real hostile stuff. Um, three outright quick bowlers plus Hardik Pandya, use of uh, short balls, good use of short balls, right? Like if they can pull me, so be it. Like just like kind of shoulder height bowling, good hostile fast bowling, uh, possible 40 overs from the quicks, plus two spinners, Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav. So that would be my strategy. Try to bowl them out. If Pakistan bats 50 overs, they have depth in their batting. If they bat out 50 overs, whether they are batting first or batting second, uh, they have the depth. Uh, they have the hitters down the order. India's strategy should be that bowl them out. Try to bowl them out in the 45th over, 40th over, wherever you can. Do not let them bat out the full 50 overs, whether they bat first or they're chasing. Use of Kuldeep Yadav has to be done properly. Like Indian captains, I don't think they use leg spinners that well. So he should be used as a strike bowler. Um, even if he goes for 60 runs, I don't mind him going 60, 65 runs. But as long as he gives me 3 wickets, 4 wickets, I'll take that any day of the week, right? So in a big match like this, we don't want to see hundreds from Babar Azam or Mohammad Rizwan or Fakhar Zaman, right? Like as Indian fans, of course, Pakistan fans would love that, but as Indian fans, we do not really want uh, hundreds from Pakistan batsmen to kind of stop that. We need to use our strike ball as well. Bumrah is coming back from injury. He will be rusty. I know he has played a few games against Ireland, T20 games, so he hasn't bowled 10 over spells. So it will be good test of his fitness. Assuming Bumrah is fully fit, he will be the strike bowler, right? As I said, I would also pick Prasidh Krishna. Prasidh Krishna, although untested, in the middle overs, he can be a threat for Pakistan. Like his length, the way he bowls, right? He could be tricky. I wouldn't go for Thakur, although there will be a temptation. And knowing what generally the team management has been doing, they try to play it safe. They try to bat till 9 or 8 or 9, right? Like, but I have a belief like you pack your batting till 7. If the last 4 can't bat, they can't bat basically. So Prasidh Krishna, and then the third threat again, biggest threat for Pakistan would be Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav is a very good bowler. He can get Babar Azam out, right? He can get Rizwan out. Like they are very good, both Rizwan and Babar Azam. They are very good batsmen of spin. But having said that, in the past, Kuldeep Yadav has dismissed Babar Azam playing defensive shots in the Asia Cup. If I remember correctly, in 2017. Kuldeep Yadav got a very well set Babar Azam out. He like brought him out. I think he was bowled or stumped, one of those. But just like a ball that he bowled in the 2019 World Cup. Again, that was a beautiful ball too. Like so, Kuldeep Yadav has the knack of picking up wickets. When on roll, he can give you like 2-3 quick wickets. Then coming back to the seamers, our third seamer will be Mohammad Siraz, because I've already talked about Bumrah and Prasidh Krishna, though he, I believe, will be and should be used with the new ball. He's very good with the new ball, especially against the left-handers. Uh, Pakistan will have two left-handers at top of the orders unless they change something, but that is unlikely. So Imamul Haq as well as Fakhar Zama most likely will open for Pakistan. So Mohammad Siraj, because he's so good against the left-handers, because he has that ball which can with the angle go away from the left-handers. He could trouble Fakhar Zama. Fakhar Zama needs to be dismissed early. He's kind of a dangerous player. So either Bumrah or Siraj has to get rid of him early. So that should be a game plan. I am sure he will be discussed. He has been susceptible against the short ball, so I know India will use the short ball. They should use the short ball. Although on slowish Sri Lankan pitches, short balls can be managed easier, but still, like if you use it well against Pakistani batsmen, short ball could be a threat like this, right? So we should use that very well. Absolute hostile test match bowling. I have said that earlier, but like really should not. At least we should try not to let them bat for 50 overs. Basically, that should be the game plan. This is not a knockout match. Uh, India should not take that much pressure. They should try to use this match as a method of try to fine tune their combinations, get some confidence in. That's another thing. Like last 2 or 3 World Cup events or multinational tournaments, Asia Cups, World T20s. Mm, Starting with the World T20 in 2021, India has been playing Pakistan as their first match. I don't think that is a very clever scheduling tactic. Generally, BCCI does have a very big say in these things. So I don't know how India keeps picking the India-Pakistan match as the first match of their campaign all the time, because it's a big pressure match. Not that Pakistan team is that great. No offense to the Pakistan fans or their team. They have a very good team, but skill set wise, they are not in the top 2 or 3 teams, right? Although currently in the rankings, they are number one in the ODIs. However, if you see the skill set of the English team, if you see the skill set of the Australian team, Indian team, right? Like on skill set, I don't think Pakistan is up there. They have been playing a lot of weaker teams. They've been playing Afghanistan. No offense to any of these teams, like no offense to any of the fans or any of the teams, but these are weaker teams like Afghanistan, Zimbabwe, West Indies. West Indies even hasn't qualified for the World Cup. India shouldn't have lost to West Indies. India should not have lost to West Indies, but West Indies is a weaker team. So their rankings are based on the wins, right? Like no matter whether you win against Ireland or you win against Afghanistan, or you are beating Australia, you are beating England, right? Like those are the bigger teams. So India really should take this match as a way to try to prep for the World Cup, right? World Cup will be a marquee event. It will be played in India. If India does not at least get to the final, the fans have every reason to be furious. I as a fan will be furious. Their performance in India's team's performance hasn't been that great in the last few world events, right? And that the attitudes of the players have been kind of not that great, if I put it mildly. I would want to say use stronger words, but I will just keep it to this for now. That their attitude is lacking. Sometimes at least it appears to be lacking a bit. So as I said, I think I will have to check it again, but I believe the next match, if both India and Pakistan make it to the Super Fours, we will be playing Pakistan again uh, on 10th of September in Colombo, and if both of them make it to the final, then another meeting on 17th September. In the world, in the Asia Cup, which was played as a 50-over format in 2017, we were hoping to play Pakistan 3 times. That did not happen. India beat them twice in 2 meetings. Pakistan did not. I was talking about that Asia Cup 2017. Pakistan had not qualified for the final. I think India won that Asia Cup, beating a very spirited Bangladesh team. So this time again, some fans are hoping that India will clash with Pakistan 3 times. I do not have any such wishes. I would rather do away with Pakistan before the final comes. Although it is unlikely, I think they have a very good team in these conditions. I don't know, for some reason India hasn't been playing that confidently. Although on skill set, I have said that earlier in this video. On the skill set, Indian team A is good. Like on paper, Indian team is stronger, but during the matches, psychologically, I don't know. Lately, India has been taking too much pressure. They should relax a bit. They should just go out there, try to express themselves. I know it's overused phrase. Express yourself, but yes, you need to go out there, show your skills, right? Like you play this game day in day out. So those are my opinions. India should really be looking at the bigger picture. India should not really worry about the results, although the fans would want that India wins the Asia Cup, but they should try to use this tournament as a whole to prepare towards the World Cup, right? Most of the players who will be playing the World Cup are in this team. As I said, I would have loved to have another wrist spinner. I believe I said Kuldeep Yadav was a leg spinner earlier in the video. He is a wrist spinner. He's a left-arm Chinaman. So left-arm leg spinner, basically. Chinaman may not be politically correct term. So I would have loved to have another right-hand leg spinner in the team, whether be it Bishnoi or Chahal. So those are my views. I know you may not agree with many of the things that I've said, especially the preference that I said I have for Shreyas Iyer over Suryakumar Yadav. A lot of you may not agree, and I'm okay with that. Shreyas Iyer has a proven track record. I know he is coming from injury. He will be rusty, but yeah, he deserves a chance. He should be given a lot of opportunities before the World Cup, because he is a person who can get hundreds. If you see our top order, I think we have a top order who are capable of hitting hundreds. Rohit Sharma, any given day he can hit 100. Shubman Gill, if he gets set, he gets through the new ball. He is able to make a big one. Virat Kohli has performed very well. I don't want to jinx it, but he has performed very well against Pakistan in the past. The Indian fans will be hoping for the same. Not so much the Pakistani fans, but Virat Kohli is a gun player. Shreyas Iyer is one who can hit 100. Suryakumar Yadav, I have my doubts about him in 50-over format, high quality bowling. He's done well in the T20 format, but I'd like suffice to say, I hope him, if he plays, he does well. But I'd say Shreyas Iyer has a better technique. He's a better player. he can get you big runs, right? Like 30s and 40s and 50s don't win you one day matches, like hundreds do. So I'll rest my case there. Ishan Kishan, well, he is the only wicketkeeper that we have, so he will play. Although Ishan Kishan really, in my opinion, shouldn't be in the team. Shouldn't be in the team. Period. But I don't know, for some unknown reasons, he somehow manages to be in the team. Anyway, I'll conclude this video. I wish both the teams, India and Pakistan, best of luck. More so, being an Indian fan, I'll wish the Indian cricket team. I hope they do well. The consequence of this match does not really matter, but psychologically, it will be very good for the team that wins, basically, right? So all the best. I hope it's a good game. I hope the rain stays away. That's another thing. The rain, yeah, as long as the conditions are dryish, I think India will have an advantage with the wet ball, whether due to dew or because of rain. If the conditions are wet, I think India doesn't do very well in wet conditions. So I hope it will be a great game. I love to hear your comments, your opinions, your remarks about the opinions that I've shared. It will be great, like if you can interact through the comments below this video. That's all from me today. Hope you have a great day. Hope you get to watch a great match. Hope we all get to watch a great match. Thank you and bye.